Hey everyone, are you ready to uncover a secret recipe? It's not for cookies or cake, it's for something way cooler. The amazing stuff right under our feet, soil.
So have you ever been outside, maybe digging in your backyard, and thought you were just playing in, dirt? Well, guess what? There's a huge difference between plain old dirt and healthy soil. And today, we're going to find out exactly what makes soil so special.
That's right. Soil isn't just brown stuff. It is literally alive. It's this living, breathing part of our planet that helps us grow all our yummy food and supports, well, pretty much all life on Earth. I mean, without it, our world would look totally different. Okay, so if soil is this amazing, living thing, how does it get made? Well, just like a baker follows a recipe to make a delicious cake, nature has its own special recipe for making soil. And it has 4 main ingredients. Come on, let's check out the recipe card.
And here they are. The 4 secret ingredients are, first, tiny pieces of rock. We call those minerals. Then you've got water, and of course, air. And last but not least, something called organic matter. That sounds super fancy, but it's really just a way of saying old, broken down plants and animals. All 4 of these things get mixed together to create soil.
Now, what's really cool is seeing how much of each ingredient goes into the mix. Take a look at this. Almost half of good soil is just those tiny rock pieces. Then, water and air each take up about 1/4 of the space. And see that little slice right there? That's the organic matter, only 5%. It might look small, but trust me, that little bit is super important.
All right, let's dive into step 1 of our recipe. Where in the world do all those tiny rock pieces even come from? Well, believe it or not, it all starts with giant, huge rocks.
The secret has a cool name, weathering. Okay, imagine you left a giant chocolate chip cookie outside for years and years. What would happen? The wind, the rain, it would all make it crumble into tiny crumbs, right? Well, that's exactly what weathering does to rocks. Nature uses wind, rain, and even ice to slowly break down big rocks into itty-bitty pieces.
And what do we call those itty-bitty rock pieces? We call them sand, silt, and clay. These are the mineral ingredients that give soil its texture. You know how it feels when you touch it.
Okay, so we've got our rock crumbles ready to go. What's next on the recipe card? This is where the real magic happens. It's time to add the living stuff, that organic matter we talked about. This is what makes soil so rich and healthy. So how does that work? Well, it all starts when plants drop their leaves or when animals and little bugs, finish their life. Their bodies fall onto the ground and basically become an all-you-can-eat buffet for the soil. It's nature's ultimate recycling program. And as all that old stuff breaks down, it turns into this incredible material called humus. Humus is that dark, spongy, really good-smelling part of the soil. You can think of it like a vitamin-packed super smoothie for plants. It is jam-packed with all the nutrients they need to grow up big and strong.
But wait, how does all of this get mixed together? We need to give a huge thank you to the soil's little helpers. I'm talking about earthworms, tiny insects, and even tinier little guys called bacteria. They're like the master chefs of the soil. They wiggle and crawl and munch their way through everything, mixing up that humus and the minerals perfectly.
Okay, let's do a quick recap of our recipe so far. Step 1. Big rocks get broken down into tiny mineral pieces. Step 2. All the living stuff gets turned into that awesome, nutrient-rich humus by our little soil chefs. All right, we are ready for the final touches.
So what are the last 2 ingredients? Water and air. And they don't just sit on top, no way. They sneak into all the tiny little gaps between all the soil particles. The water is like a delivery service, carrying all those yummy humus nutrients right to the plant roots. And the air? It gives the roots and all those little helper creatures room to breathe.
Okay, now get ready for a fact that is going to blow your mind. Making soil is not fast. Not at all. To make just 1 single inch of healthy soil, I'm talking about the length of a paperclip, can take up to 1,000 years. 1,000! How incredible is that?
So, after all that time, our recipe is finally complete, and we have our finished product, soil. But here's the thing, just like different cookie recipes can make chocolate chip or oatmeal cookies, our soil recipe can create different types of soil. They're not all the same. Let's check them out. Okay, here are the 3 main kinds of soil. First, you have sandy soil. You know how that feels, kind of gritty, like it's a beach. Water just runs right through it super fast. Then there's clay soil.
When it gets wet, it's really sticky, and it holds on to water for a long time. And then there's loamy soil. It's not too gritty, not too sticky, it feels just right.
And that's exactly why loamy soil is the absolute superstar of the soil world. It's the perfect, balanced mix of sand, silt, and clay, which makes it the best, the #1 soil for growing most of the plants we love to eat. This is the stuff that farmers and gardeners totally dream about.
So, we've learned the whole secret recipe for making soil. But why does any of this matter? Why is it so important? Well, because, as we found out today, soil is so much more than just dirt.
Healthy soil has some amazing superpowers. For real. It's what helps grow all the fruits and veggies we eat every single day. It also acts like a giant sponge, storing fresh water deep down in the ground. And it's a home for millions, and I mean millions, of creatures, from the tiniest little bacteria to wiggly worms and fuzzy animals.
So the next time you're outside playing, I want you to look down at the ground and just think about that secret recipe. Think about that incredible 1,000-year journey that made the amazing soil right under your feet. And maybe, just maybe, if you dig a little, who knows what tiny soil chefs you might find, hard at work on their next masterpiece.